Logically, I'm the one, not the 2, 3. Mind so good, I be moving stress free. Every time I drop, you won't have a think piece. Never forcing no vibe, I'm just doing me. They be like, where you from? The Bury. Got my own sauce, in control of my story. Walk through like a boss, I ain't worried. Haitian girl, name Neff. What a dream. It's your girl Neff from the Burr, and we back with another episode of Logical Minds. We on episode 65. OMG, y'all. OMG, I'm so glad that I uploaded on Sunday, but I missed another week, and y'all probably like, damn, Neff, like, what happened to, like, the consistency? I'm bringing it. I'm trying to bring the consistency, but I checked myself in to the ward again because of a situation that I don't want to speak on right now, just because it's a little touchy. But all I know is I'm better because I have medicine. Like, I take medicine now. Like, I got injections, meaning like my medicine is flowing through my body, through my bloodstream and things of that sort, and I have to take that shit literally once a month to help me stay grounded, to help me stay present in my own body, because I just be so up in my mind that I forget about my body, if that makes sense. So the medicine helps me stay grounded. I mean, I feel like eventually I'm not gonna want to take the medication anymore, just because I'm gonna have a better schedule for myself. But for right now, I like the medication and I'm gonna stay on it, just because, like, as an adult, like, I just know that with my diagnosis, I said I was diagnosed with anxiety, but y'all, I'm diagnosed with bipolar as well. I got diagnosed with bipolar and anxiety. I knew I had anxiety, but I didn't realize that I had bipolar until they were speaking on it at my PHP program, the group therapy program that I have finished and graduated, by the way. Yeah, I did that. I finished it and I graduated it. And I still ended up back in there because I just needed a break mentally. I just needed to know that when I came out, I was going to be focused, if that makes sense. So I'm focused. I'm here. Like, today, we're on our sacral chakra. So we're healing our sacral chakra part 1. This is where we're at. I have my card. I'm not going to put any images up here because it's a podcast. Like, I don't want to be doing all that. But I got a new phone, y'all, because I literally left my phone at the studio and I still haven't received it yet. He hasn't texted me back. He's probably out of town or busy. But I got a new phone because I'm starting my business. I'm going to be doing more for Logical Minds. It's been 3 years, y'all. It's been 3 years since I started this podcast, and it's been the same, honestly. Like, I just been posting weekly, but I'm gonna be doing things behind the scenes that I'm gonna be bringing to the forefront. I'm talking to a business advisor. Like, I'm talking to people who actually give a fuck about my life, who cares about my ideas, and it feels really nice to know that I have people, if that makes sense. Because I made a lot of friends since coming out of the ward, and I'm very grateful because I just know that I'm not crazy having friends who's also been in there too. So it's like we don't look at each other like we're crazy, if that makes sense. Even though I still look at myself like I'm crazy, because, like, in total it was 25 days because I went in there for 7 days. And I already did my 18 days. So I did 25 days already alone this year, and I don't want to end up back there again. I just want to say that I don't want to end up back there again, meaning I'm going to do my therapy. I'm going to do my meditations every day. Like, I woke up and I meditated today, and I did my daily reflections. And because of the Weirdo Collective app, like, I forgot that, like, it's not just about shadow work. We're going to do the shadow work here just because I like to talk about my shadow. But with the daily reflections, like, I write that down so that I can get my thoughts down. Like, writing has helped me a lot. It's helped me so much, and being on the podcast has helped me so much too, and I'm just very grateful to just be on time with the recording and things of that sort. So, like, yeah, let's get into it. So the first question is, what were you doing most recently where you felt truly connected to your passions? Well, I was at the studio Tuesday night, and I felt very connected to myself because I made 4 songs that night, and I just love making music. I made 26 songs already this year, and that to me is already like a milestone. Like, I didn't realize I was making that many songs, but I love making music. I can just keep making it, and I just keep testing myself because I don't want to lose that passion. I don't want to lose that drive that I have for creating music. And yeah, I mean, because I already have my drive for the podcast already because I post every week. But, making music is a whole different level of communicating. And I just appreciate it so much because it allows me to get straight to the point. All right, question number 2. What has been a recent achievement at either school or work that you're the most proudest of? Well, the recent achievement would be graduating my group therapy program that I did because it came with a certificate, and I have my certificate down here, and I'm very proud of myself. It has nothing to do with school or work, but that's my recent accomplishment that I feel that I deserve to be celebrated for because I never been to therapy, and let alone group therapy, and I finished it. I went every day, and I sat down, and I expressed my feelings, and I understood how to have boundaries with myself and others, if that makes sense. Yeah, so question number 3. What is an early job of yours that you remember fondly as being the most rewarding? The earliest job was Burger King. My friend Bree, she put me on to Burger King. When I was working at Burger King, I felt so free. I felt so independent. It felt really nice to get my own checks. It was my first time getting my own checks. I was only 18 at the time. It felt very freeing because I had just graduated high school. Working at Burger King was a vibe, and I had transferred to the Ocean City Burger King, and that's when things were getting even more jazzy. Like, it was more hot because Ocean City is busy in the summertime for sure ski. So it's like it felt really nice working there. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it wasn't like I only complained because like Burger King employees, we have to pay for our own food, which is so stupid. Because if we work there, we work there, we're seeing the food being made, we're making the food. Might as well give us a free meal. Like, we don't have to make it complicated, if that makes sense. But it is what it is. Question number 4. What past romantic gestures from your partner touched you the most? The past would be this is like generic, but it's never happened to me, so it was really cool for it to happen. Like, my boyfriend at the time, he had got a hotel, and he put rose petals on all over the bed, and he had give me gifts, and it was so cute. I had came in with my sister, and it was random, and it was just like a thing that he did for me and him, and it was very sweet of him because I needed that, if that makes sense. It was like a reminder that I deserve to be loved like that, if that makes sense. Like, I've never been loved like that, and it's like, oh, well, you're putting it at a hotel. It's the thought. It's like the person wants to do it, and they did it, and that's what made me so happy. I was so happy that day. I was so happy. Um, Question number 5. What have you done recently to express your creativity? Well, doing the podcast, of course, and making music. And I have not been dancing yet. I dance on TikTok and on Instagram. And I have not been dancing just because I'm not in that dancing space right now. I'm in a talking, making music mode, and a business mode. I'm in business mode right now, so that's just where I'm at. But to express myself creatively is make my music. I make my music literally every week. Every week I hit my producer up, and I pull up. Either I have my own set of lyrics that I created, or I just start writing in there. And I just realized writing, like actually like pen to paper writing, is way better than writing on my phone. I just realized, because I've been writing on my phone. I started writing music on my phone. I never started writing music like writing down because it made no sense to write it down. But now at 23 years old, I'm like, I'm gonna write this shit down because it comes out naturally when I write it down, if that makes sense. So yeah, definitely making music. Question number 6. Have you ever felt guilty about recently? Have you ever felt guilty about recently, and how can or did someone overcome your guilt? I don't be feeling guilty, especially going in the psych ward. Like, I don't feel guilt about damn near everything that's happened this year. I can't feel guilty about because I was being real. I was being straight up. Like, a lot of things that I said to people probably have never seen me in that way speaking, but I'm at a point in my life where I'd rather just be honest. I'd rather just get to the point, because then we'll know how to interact with each other, if that makes sense. Because I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie to myself. I don't want to make myself feel like I don't deserve this type of connection or whatever the case may be. So I just tell people what's up now. It's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck to have no honest conversations, because that's where I'm at. That's why I'm on the pod being so honest, talking about me and staying focused on my chakras, because that's what the theme is for right now, at least. Question number 7. What is the most unique thing you have ever done to earn money? The most unique thing I've ever done was be a caretaker. I was a caretaker at Una United Needs and Abilities, and it was very interesting because it was cool to be around people who mentally knew themselves, but just knew that they needed someone to be there to help make sure that they're okay, if that makes sense. And knowing that I'm a part of the mental health conversation now that I have bipolar and anxiety, and I will do a episode about bipolar, but right now we're doing chakras. So yeah, because I didn't get that diagnosis until after, if that made sense. So yeah, but for the question, working as a caretaker was very unique for me, because it just helped me understand how to interact with people, because you just don't know who you're talking to. Everyone has mental health issues. You can't sit here and look me in my face and say your mental health is the best. No, because there's a lot of things that people do that they don't tell people. There's a lot of things that people say in their mind that they don't tell people. So it's like, to sit here and assume that everyone's mental health or your mental health is good, because I thought my mental health was good. Y'all saw how I was talking. I was talking very consistently, and then I end up in the ward, and then it lets me know that my mindset is there, but I just need to implement it in a way where it's girly girl. Because, like, I'm not a boy. I be trying to act like a boy so bad, but I'm not a boy. I'm a girl. I need to start doing things like a girl. Like, I'm a girl. Facts. That's why I got a pink phone. Like, I'm in my girly girl bag right now, because, like, I got my nails done. I got my jewelry. Like, I'm in a girl bag right now. Like, I'm 23 years old. I deserve to be in my girl bag. I deserve to be a woman, if that makes sense, instead of just operating as a little boy. Okay, question number 8. What were we doing the last time? What was I doing the last time I felt... We're going to skip that question. Number 9. What happened the last time you stood up for yourself, and how did you feel after? The last time I stood up for myself was literally, I want to say, when I got EP. Like, I feel like I stood up for myself because I feel like I was in a situation where somebody was trying to play in my face, and I stood on business behind that. I was standing on business behind the energy I was feeling, if that made sense, because I just know myself and I know my heart, and I know how to talk to people. I know how to directly talk to somebody. So if I'm getting loud or standing on business, it's because I'm standing up for myself. I'm feeling energies that I shouldn't be feeling, if that makes sense, because I feel like I'm very empathetic, and I feel energies and I understand them, and sometimes I don't understand them, but that's okay, because that's just me being honest. But yeah, that was the last time I stood up for myself. I haven't gotten that hot and angry since then. I've been getting frustrated and mad, but like really, really angry to the point where the cops need to be called on me. Nah, like, that is insane. But that's what happened. So that was the last time I really stood up for myself. Question number 10. When do you feel the most connected to your emotional self? When I'm by myself. Honestly speaking, when I'm by myself, I feel the most connected with my emotional self, because I feel safe with myself, if that makes sense. I don't feel safe with a lot of people emotionally, so that's why a lot of people don't get my emotions, because my emotions know how to just act like they don't exist, if that makes sense. And I need to work on not doing that, because my emotions do exist, and my emotions will forever exist, because I'm a person and I have emotions. Facts. All right, now let's get into the shadow work aspect. Shadow work is the fear of being nothing. Week 3, shadow work prompt, the fear of being nothing. Theme, identity loss, ego, disinterrogation, sacred pause. If I'm no longer who I was and not yet who I'm becoming. If I am no longer who I was and not yet who I'm becoming, what parts of me panics at being nothing? If I am no longer who I was and not yet who I'm becoming, what parts of me panics at being nothing? The parts of me, I don't panic at being nothing. I panic at the fact that I need to be something, the fact that I need to create a plan and do it and just stay consistent. I wish I could just not do nothing. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm a girl. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm a girl. I wish I could just not do nothing. But I get panic attacks because I have so many ideas and I just don't know how to execute them. But I know how to execute them now because I'm getting the right help and I'm asking for help. I'm not afraid to ask for help now because I know if I need help, I need help. Facts. Because I know I'm about to start school soon and I know I'm going to need help as far as time to myself. And I'm going to have time to myself. I'm going to make it happen. And especially with things that I have going on in the past. Yeah, because things that I have going on in the past definitely affects how I want to execute my future. If that makes sense. All right. Transformation is not always about blooming. Sometimes it's about disappearing. In the chrysalis, the caterpillar doesn't grow wings. It melts into a biological soup. Ego death. Total unknown. We rarely speak of this part because it terrifies the part of us that needs certainty, identity, and proof of work. What part of my identity is dissolving right now? The part of me that acts like I can't just get up and get a business finance, get an accountant, get a financial advisor, get a therapist, get a trainer, you know what I mean? Like, I can get those because I can afford it. And I say that with gratitude. So therefore, that's me saying I need help. I need help as far as getting myself in the right direction. How does it feel to no longer know who I am, what I want, or where I'm going? How does it feel to no longer know who I am or what I want or where I'm going? It doesn't feel good to not know who I am and not know what I want and where I'm going because what the fuck? But that's how life is. But as long as you tell yourself you know where you're going as far as the right people that you want to be around and shit like that, you gonna make it make sense. You definitely gonna make it make sense because we ain't got no choice. We ain't got no choice but to make it make sense. Where in my body do I feel that uncertainty? Why? What does it say? I feel it in my stomach. I have gut issues because like my nervous system be bad because I just be feeling stuff that I shouldn't be feeling, but I be feeling it because I be feeling it. I don't know. I guess life of a black girl. I guess I don't know, but all I know is what it says is that when my stomach is like turning and being weird, is I'm uncomfortable and I don't want to be here. If that makes sense. When my stomach is okay and chilling, that means I'm okay and I'm chilling. So, yeah. The shadow often emerges in moments of identity loss. It may speak in panic, shame, or subtle sabotage. Anything to keep you from disappearing into the unknown. Examples. Complete these sentences uncensored. If I don't know who I am, then I must be nobody. A nobody. Then I must be a nobody. If I'm not productive or evolving, I feel slow. That part of me that hates stillness says I need to be moving constantly. Now go deeper. It says write a letter from the shadow voice. Let it rant, let it excuse, let it cry, let it be ugly. You are not the voice. You must be the witness. So honestly speaking, like I'm not writing a letter, but what I can say is that I can talk to I'm letting my shadow talk. My shadow is saying, I'm just trying to get in my car and go. Like I'm trying to leave my hometown. I'm trying to run it up. I'm trying to do the best that I can. I got 26 songs in the tuck. I already got 2 songs out already. I got 2 songs with videos out. Meaning I am doing me. I got a podcast that I post every week and I'm about to transition the podcast into something that I've always wanted it to be. And I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the new journey that I'm going to be on, honestly speaking. The void is not empty. It is the womb of what comes next. The shadow fears the void because it cannot control what grows there. But your soul knows how to wait. Yeah, my higher self knows how to wait. I have hella patience. I know how to be patient. But my shadow, she doesn't know how to be patient. She just be like, I need it now. 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 And my higher self is just like, yo, chill, bro. It's going to come, bro. Chill. It's going to come, nigga. Just chill. And that's just what it be in my brain. Like, it just be this tennis match. Like, it just be going back and forth. What if this nothingness is sacred? That's what I'm saying. It feels sacred. It feels like to be nothing is sacred, honestly speaking. But to be everything is sacred too. So it's like I want to be everything and nothing at the same time, because that means I can have everything but also just exist in my own world, because that means I'm nothing, right? Because once I exist in my own world, I'm not paying attention to everybody else, if that makes sense. What qualities, wisdom, or softness are being grown in silence? Honestly speaking, minding your business and learning how to be in your own world and learning how to entertain yourself and learning how to feed and clean and do the things that you need to do for yourself. That's what that gives me about sitting in silence, because sitting in silence is something that most people cannot do, and I know I can do it because I love sitting in silence. I love when I don't have to talk, because what am I talking for? I only need to talk when I need to talk. That's how I am. That's just how I've always been. What would it mean to trust that I'm transforming even when I can't prove it? Honestly speaking, I don't care to prove it. I know in my mindset that I know that I'm changing, because I'm changing how I speak to myself. I'm changing how I'm approaching things. I'm changing how my perspective looks like when I'm driving or when I'm walking or when I'm just getting up in the morning. I'm just changing my perspective. I'm just giving myself new batteries, if that makes sense. All right. It says create a 5 to 10 minute ritual of non doing today. No goals, no growth, just being. Oh my God. You guys should do that. Just be today. Let's not overthink it. This could be sitting in stillness with your hand on your heart, lying on the floor, breathing with my eyes closed, watching shadows move on the wall, journaling with no topic, letting the pen just drift. Afterward, write one sentence. I'm allowed to exist in the in between. Facts. We just completed this shadow work. I'm so proud of me. I'm so proud of myself right now because I just finished that, and we're only 22 minutes in, and we still got another set of questions. I'm thinking we was gonna hit an hour again, but we are going through it, just doing us because we have our routine. Oh, and I forgot. Definitely before we get into the questions, we gotta read the book. Um, I hope you guys are just taking in what I'm saying and applying it to your own life. So right now we're reading about the sacral plexus chakra, because that's where we're at. Located above the root chakra is the sacral plexus chakra, the second chakra, the, and the one most closely connected with sexual and reproductive activities, as well as emotions and creativity. When the sacral plexus chakra is out of harmony, we have difficulty expressing our feelings, or cut off from them, or out of touch with pleasure and hold unprocessed anger. We feel stiffness in our creativity and resentful for not being able to birth our ideas in the world. We may also have relationship issues, platonic and romantic, reproductive issues, or feel unstable or unhealthy around aspects of our sexuality. There will be also feelings of shame. We may also have issues around money and abundance, either placing an overemphasis on obtaining materials, goods, or not owning our abundance at all. When our sacral plexus chakra is in harmony, we are in the flow of our creative expression, in touch with pleasure, able to share and express feelings in a healthy way, create and maintain healthy relationships, and are connected to the emotional aspects of sexuality in ways that sustain us. We feel at peace with our abundance, and we may even be in touch with our clairsentience, the gift of talking and intuitive information through feeling. We may also have a healthy relationship to money and easily cultivate abundance in our lives in a balanced way. Okay. And the other names that they have is the second chakra, the pelvic chakra, the navel chakra, and the sacral chakra. And the location is 2 inches below the navel. The color is orange. I don't know if y'all can see that the lamp is on orange now. And the glands is ovaries and testicles. The physical body parts is the womb, genitals, lower vertebrae, pelvis, appendix, bladder, hip area, kidneys. Life lesson: to use emotions to connect with others without losing our identity, and to freely express creativity and healthy emotional sexuality. All right. And the physical dysfunction is chronic lower back pain, um, genital problems, bladder, kidney problems. So yeah, so I'm glad that they tell us like when it's out of whack what comes with that. So I'm grateful to be reading this book as with you guys. And the mental and emotional issues is guilt, blame, money, sex, power and control, creativity, ethics, honor and relationships. Possible blocks of energy is sexual abuse, trauma, rape, gender issues. Damn. So the sacral plexus chakra, this is a good. I've been meditating all week with this, so I got one more week left with this because I've been doing it for 2 weeks. We're healing the sacral plexus chakra part 1. And the crystals, we got crystals in the chat. Moonstone, sunstone, amber, coral, carnelian, orange, tourmaline, and the essential oils is ling ling. Oh shit, ling ling, lemon, patchouli, rosewood, and sandalwood. And yet I haven't been on the essential oils, and I will be because I know that they are essential. No pun intended. But yeah, now that we've gotten our information down as far as what the sacral plexus chakra is, now we'll get back into the questions. Question 11. What is your guiltiest pleasure and why does it make you feel guilty? My guiltiest pleasure is getting candy, like getting a bunch of candy and just eating it, honestly speaking, because like I just know it's bad for me, but I love candy. I've been eating candy since I was a little girl, and I'm pretty sure everybody else can relate, but I do be feeling guilty when I eat a bunch of candy because I just be like, damn, I just ate a bunch of candy. Like I know I'm not supposed to be eating that, if that makes sense. What would you like to try in the bedroom, but you are too nervous to suggest? Sleeping with my partner. Shit, y'all trying to get me to be nasty on here, and we ain't doing that. Look, I'm going to just say sleeping. Question number 13. When in your life have you felt sexually repressed, and what is different now? Sexually repressed, I don't even know what that means, but I'm just gonna say that I am in an abstinence type of mood right now, meaning I don't really care to be freaking on anyone. That's just where I'm at. Question number 14. In what situation recently have you felt the most connected to your sexuality? I'm gonna say recently, the second time that I went in the ward, I felt very connected to my sexuality because I realized that it was my sexuality that was putting me in here, meaning I am bisexual. I'm bipolar and bisexual. It comes with a lot, you know what I mean? I like girls, and I'm finally just gonna be honest on the pod. Like, I like girls, but I only like a specific type of girl, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not one of these, like, I'm really tucked, if that makes sense. Like, I don't be out here just having crushes on girls just to be having crushes on girls, if that makes sense. So if like I have a real crush on you, that means I really like you. That means I really like you, meaning I just really like you. That's it. Like, I don't really know how else to really put it, but I've never dated a girl, I've never kissed a girl, I've never done anything with a girl. Yeah, I know I like girls, if that makes sense. Because I've been with men. I done kissed men. I done did things with men. I done went on trips with men. I done did things with men. And men are cool. Men are cool. Men are cool. But, you know, sometimes I need to put one season down and pick up another season, if that makes sense. That's just where I'm at. Question number 15. What are you usually doing when you gladly give power away to another person? I'm chilling. I be chilling. Because every time I give my power away, I know I be chilling because there's no way that my power is really taken away, if that makes sense. So I just be chilling, if that makes sense. Because there's no way that I have to tell myself, I mentally have to tell myself I have the power, I have the power, I have the power. Because I have the power to stand up. I have the power to sit down. I have the power to do whatever I want. Question number 16. what have you recently overindulged in as a passion? I feel like I overindulged in the podcast just because, like, it's been 3 years of me uploading every week and just getting off my shit, like, and not realizing that I could have been doing more. All I'm doing is just posting, and I just started posting clips, and there's more to do, if that makes sense. And I'm just very grateful that I'm being more aware of myself, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna definitely say the podcast. Question number 17. What were we doing the last time? Wait, what was I doing the last time you felt like I was truly... Okay, what was I doing the last time I felt truly connected to explore my creativity? The last time was on Tuesday when I was in the studio. I made my 4 songs and I felt very connected to myself as far as what the beats were, what I wanted to say, and how I wanted to say it. I say things my way because I don't want to sound like nobody else. I want to sound like me. And when I click play, I want to sound like me, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Question number 18. When was the last time stress caused you physical discomfort, and how did you resolve it? Well, the last time I was really stressed was when I was in the hospital the first time, and I was so angry that I was so stressed that I just couldn't realize the difference, if that made sense. And how did I resolve it? Through medication, because that's the only thing they could do, was give me medication. Question number 19. When have you ever been nervous about a passion of yours being uncomfortable and becoming an addiction? That would be music. When I first started music, I was very uncomfortable. I was very timid, very shy, because I didn't realize that I wanted to keep going. And I didn't want it to be this thing where I was obsessed with the industry, obsessed with being around certain people. Like, I don't want it to be that. I want it to be where I'm obsessed with myself, and I'm obsessed with my own image and my own creativity. I just wanted to be self. I just wanted to be for the self. And question number 20. How do you think we can better improve our creativity in life? I feel like by giving myself space to create, just allowing myself to do that, because I just know that if I don't create, then what am I supposed to be doing then? Because I feel like I'm here to create. Naturally, I feel like I'm here to create. I can't speak for everybody else. I can only speak for me, and I know that I'm here to create. And that is the end of the questions, y'all. Oh my gosh, like, this was a great episode. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for tuning in. Stay loving yourself and stay out the way. Just keep your head up. Don't be around people who don't want to take the time to understand you. Don't be around people who feel that it's a lot to talk to you. If it's a lot to talk to you, then let that person say that themselves. If they don't say it themselves, then keep being you, because that's all I can do. I can only keep being me. Don't forget to check out my Instagrams, Twitters, and the TikToks. And don't forget to check out my LogicalMindz socials. And again, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Peace, love, and positivity. LogicalMindz.